friends, it's Jessica again, and in the prior video, I showed you guys how to enter a contact. So the second part of that piece with working with your contact with the address information is what I'm going to be showing you today, because adding the address information allows you to get them connected to a neighborhood, which gets them connected to the monthly or biweekly neighborhood nurture. This is a great value piece for you guys to be using right now, especially just because you're contacting people and you're working in a different way, more virtual. So I think that this will be really helpful for you. All right, so I've actually gone ahead in my contacts and opened a contact record that I've been working with. So this is my fake contact that has registered actually on my mobile app, but I did not have her neighborhood information. And from here, I want to show you guys how to get their neighborhood information added. So there's a couple of different ways. You can just go in and add a neighborhood by either searching for the neighborhood. So maybe she lives here and I could locate it. Or I could go to find on the map. So I could actually search for a address. So I could search for this address, and then as I zoom in, it's going to show me where that address is pointed. Okay, so here is her address. And sometimes when you're looking at maps, you're not able to connect this person to a specific neighborhood because it's not drawn. This one is drawn, it was just taking a minute to load. But if our pinpoint was over here, I would go ahead and suggest to add them to whatever is nearest. So if their pinpoint was right here in this one spot where they didn't have a mapped area, I would go ahead and add them to all the ones that border it. So maybe all of these. But to do that, you would just click on all of these right here, and that would add all of those neighborhoods to that person. So that's another way you could do that. Or if it didn't, like it did now right here, it showed the pin drop in the location of whatever neighborhood it is, then you would just select that neighborhood and save it. All right, so that's the second way you can add neighborhoods. The best way is if you have a conversation or you do get in touch with the person and you're able to go up and actually edit their contact record. So when you go in to edit their contact record, entering in their address is going to be under Add More Information, Additional Contact Information. So as you scroll down, you'll find the location to add an address. So right here, you could go in and you could enter their address, and it's going to locate the address. From here, you can also make sure the system knows it's their mailing address. Once you save this, created with this new address that's been put into the system. And sometimes it doesn't load right away and you have to refresh. If it doesn't load here in a second, I'll go ahead and refresh. Let's go ahead and just refresh that. So now it's showing the neighborhood that's affiliated with the address that I entered. And you only had to go in and enter the address. So not only do you now have the address in your system, you have the neighborhood associated with them. From here, you're able to go in inside their contact record and add them to the monthly neighborhood nurture SmartPlan. As soon as you click select, it will go ahead and start sending them the SmartPlan today, and then every 30 days thereafter. So from here, I think it's actually 28 days. I apologize. From here, what I would recommend if it's your very first time setting up anyone on a SmartPlan, if this was the first contact that I added a neighborhood to, I would come in and actually click on the View Kelly Guide and open the Kelly Guide to walk through that process. So from here, when you get started in this Kelly Guide, it's going to have you walk through a variety of different pieces of information to make sure that your information is looking the very best that it can when it's emailed to that person. So you're going to walk through each of these 5 steps by just opening every one of the blue arrows and following the instructions and moving forward by using the navigation on the right-hand side. Once you complete that, it will go ahead and give you the opportunity to add people to the SmartPlan. So You can go ahead and add multiple people to the Smart Plan, or just one, or even none at all if you're not ready. I wanted to make sure to show you that. The second thing I wanted to show you is that if you have a group of people that you wanted to add to a Smart Plan, you could do that directly from here. So if I wanted to go in and actually maybe filter my contacts by a specific tag, like maybe I want to send all of my potential buyers. Oops, I went past buyer. I want to look for all of my potential buyers, and I want to add both of these people to a specific Smart Plan. So if I've got these two folks and I go in, I can actually click on the bulk action and add them to a Smart Plan. And it opens the slider and shows me all of my available Smart Plans that are in my library. As a recap, in another video, I showed you how to go to Smart Plans and add these to your library. So in here, you would just select the Smart Plan that you wanted them to be on. And then from here, this screen will pop up and it will say start all of these folks now, start them on another day, or stagger start. So if I was going to stagger start, if I had a whole lot of contacts that I was adding, like maybe I was doing 25 or 50 contacts being added to a specific Smart Plan, or even more, I could come in here and say I only want 2, 5, 8 a day that are actually added to the Smart Plan. Because what happens is some of these Smart Plans have a call step or a text step. And if you had 25 or 50 calls to make, or 25 or 50 texts deployed, that's a lot of follow-up to be doing in one specific day. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that you could stagger the start, you could start it on a future date, or you could start all of them now. Once you're ready and you've chosen your selections, you'll just click confirm and it will add those two folks to the Smart Plan. Okay, so those are a couple of different ways that you can add folks to a Smart Plan. I highly recommend you guys, when you're making your calls right now, as you're touching and caring for people, reach out and find out what is their most recent address. Let's get them that monthly neighborhood nurture or biweekly neighborhood nurture so that they have up-to-date, consistent information branded to you about what's happening in their neighborhood. I hope that this has been helpful for you, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Have an awesome day.